Key B. We were watching the draft last night. I tried to put it on. No one was coming on. I haven't been doing videos, so they ain't seeing me. But it is what it is, and I want to just go over what I thought and what I think I see with the NBA draft as far as grades and who got drafted. All right, the most known was Cade Cunningham getting drafted to the Detroit Pistons. We knew that was going to happen. My issue was nothing. Cade Cunningham on the Pistons is a great pickup for me. CBS Sports has it at A plus. I have it as an A. Best pick available for the Pistons. Not a bad move there. Second pickup, Houston Rockets. This was a little bit of an argument for me. There's a couple more guys I would have liked in this position, okay? I love Houston. I love Kevin Porter Jr. I love John Wall. John Wall's probably gone. I love Christian Wood. I think they have good talent, Tate, from a defensive perspective. And there's a couple other talents on the bench that are very, very good. But they went with the best scoring talent in this draft for another scorer on this team. I thought they could get a little bit more defensive-minded to add on to Tate. I know Scotty Barnes may have been a reach here, but I would have traded down. I think Scotty Barnes or Jonathan Kuminga would have fit in much better for this team for a true small forward, maybe a dual guard forward type of position player. Right now, they got a straight guard. Jalen Green, a skinny player, a guy that can score the lights out. Isaiah Ryder, is it J.R. Smith on New Orleans comes to mind. An impressive scorer, can score from anywhere. Even a little bit of a Jordan Clarkson as far as the shooting package. That's what he is, a top-notch scorer. I don't see anything else, guys. I mean, he's just a scorer. For me, it's an A pick, and how they're loaded from a scoring perspective. But defensively, a lot of question marks for me. Jonathan Kuminga, Scotty Barnes would have made sense. So, I'm going to give this a B plus type of pick because of his talent on the scoring end. We shall see what happens. Let's see how special he is, if he's really that special from a scoring perspective. Cleveland Cavaliers go ahead and get Evan Mobley at number 3. I rate this as a big A plus pick. I agree. I think he is another big upside player. I had him rank a little bit higher than most as far as his upside potential. Cleveland again solidifies that block. Kevin Love's only getting younger. So Evan Mobley, he can play a lot of different roles on that squad. The Cleveland's pretty loaded, so they got a nice little team here. Sexton, I heard, may be on the move, but if you keep Sexton, you keep Darius Garland. You got Okoro, and a pretty nice core. Probably another year away. Probably need another couple draft picks, but and I know it's a trusted process. It's been a long process, but I think they're solid. Evan Mobley comes in. He may slot in to be if Kevin Love leaves. They're top player. They're top talent. I'll say that. I don't want to be rude, but I will say that. If they can get Mr. Evan Mobley up and running, he has tremendous potential. Now he's on a team that he can probably play in, even with Larry Nance there and all that. I know there's probably moves there and all the different centerpieces that they have over there. They just traded away another piece, and we'll talk about that in a minute. I want to get into that type of reflection on Cleveland. But they're making moves. They're opening it up for the young core to play, and Evan Mobley fits in well. I went a little bit longer here because I like that pick. A plus. Toronto Raptors, really big surprise here, and Scotty Barnes with everything they have, Pascal Siakam, OG Anunoby, Stanley Johnson. They're pretty much loaded. I know Stanley doesn't play, but they're loaded at that small forward position. There has to be something in the works for moves because you got to open this team up to really allow this guy to play. He really was a perfect fit for the Magic, and I'm sure they ruined the Magic's night. Toronto went ahead and surprised. Instead of getting Jalen Suggs, who I thought was not even a good fit there, I would have traded down. I would have got some picks, traded down, let somebody else move up, somebody else that needed Jalen Suggs. And it would have been incredible to see Scotty Barnes on the Orlando Magic. I was excited for the Magic and what they could have brought to the table. They jacked Orlando up. I'm not going to lie to you. I think that's why Orlando had some horrible picks that didn't make any sense. But the Raptors now have Scotty Barnes. Not sure what they're going to do with him. Front office-wise on the Toronto Raptors, not sure what they're doing here. Had the opportunity to load up maybe at the guard position. As I mentioned, they got a couple guys they drafted that look good, that look really, really good. However, it was best fit, and they got way more small forwards than they do guards. I would have went with Jalen Suggs. So I give this pick a C, not because of Scotty Barnes, because of what they may do to his career, especially if he's not being used as trade bait to give this kid an opportunity to play. You don't draft these guys to sit on the bench behind 4 different small forwards, but I'm sure another move's coming. C for the Toronto Raptors. Next up, Orlando Magic, Jalen Suggs. They went with the best available. I would have reached here and went with Kuminga. Okay, this is another B- pick for me. I think they needed a small forward. Gordon was gone. Isaac's coming off the ACL. Would have been nice to solidify the forward position, get a big, young, small forward that has tremendous potential. Kawhi, they're not too great at development. That's the other problem. So maybe it's better for Kuminga. But Orlando Magic went ahead with Jalen Suggs. They are so loaded at this guard position. I don't know what the hell they're doing with Gary Harris. You add on the fact that they got Mr., of course, the guy who came off the ACL. Yeah, and then you got your boy, the kid out of Denver Nuggets. I mean, they're pretty much stacked there at the. You know, if I click on them, they're pretty much too stacked at that position. For me, I just don't understand on this roster. I'm going to go over the players real quick, and I'm going to step back. You know, Bacon, Brizdizius at the guard position, Markelle Fultz, R.J. Hampton, you know, Gary Harris. I mentioned that already. They even got Otto Porter Jr. It doesn't make sense to me. You know, I just don't understand this role. Maybe they're slotting Isaac at this power forward. Who's your small forward on this team? Otto Porter Jr. I mean, this is what your Jay Menace and Otto Porter Jr. Brizdikas is there. I like his 3-point shooting. You got Cole Anthony too at the guard position. So it's a question mark for me on what the hell they're doing on the Orlando Magic. I am tremendously disappointed in what I'm seeing from this team. All right, tremendously disappointed. Okay, let's step back again. Okay, as we go into Josh Giddey getting drafted by the Oklahoma City Thunder, I look at this move as a tremendous upgrade for this team and the best fit. Okay, this is another team that could have went Jonathan Kuminga, but remember, Darius Bazley is coming on very, very well. He can even slide in that small forward position. Okay, you add in the great play. I'm going to the forwards of the guy who I love. And what's his name? A. Pokuskevitsky. I can't pronounce his name. He is a dangerous guy, man. I mean, skinny dude, tall. He can also slot in at the forward or power forward position, play a little bit of center, a little too skinny, but he can shoot the 3 ball. He has tremendous upside. You add on Isaiah Roby, okay? You know, this team truly is deadly. So I think this is a tremendous opportunity for them, you know, to add on a guard who is going to be a pass first with all the talent they have. And I know they got Theo Maledon. I don't got him as a point guard. I think he's a guard. But Shai Gilgeous is going to probably play that point guard position. You got Dort at the other guard position. I don't know what the hell they're saying about small forward. Mr. Deck that came over from Europe. And then you got, you know, C. Brown here, you know, a fill-in. Tony Brownlee looked good at the center position. I think this team's solid. So I think this was a pretty good pickup for them. He makes sense. They add in some passing to this team. I'm trying to figure out who the hell Kay Walker is, but I guess we'll get there. Tremendous opportunity for the Oklahoma City Thunder with this pickup of my man Josh Giddey out of Mr. Australia. So we gotta see what he does. I agree it's a B plus because he can't shoot the 3. Now let's keep going on. I love this pickup here for Golden State. However, I hate this pickup for Kuminga. Okay, Jonathan Kuminga gets picked up at number 7. When we look at their roster, they're loaded all the way. The Warriors are slotted right now to be maybe my team favorite to win the championship next year. Okay, big moves here. Big moves. Kent Bazemore's back on this team. I thought he was on the Blazers. But anyway, so Kent, you know, they got their loaded up team here, and I think there's some mistakes, but Seth Curry is there. Okay. They're going to add on your boy should be back is Mr. Klay Thompson. You're going to have Wiggins. You got Toscano, who's kind of your energy guy. You got Jordan Poole at the guard position. You got Eric Pascal. Hopefully he gets back in the good graces. Kelly Oubre, okay? And now you add on Mr. freaking Damian Lee. So they're all over However, that forward guard position, a little bit too heavy. Um, don't see where he plays, okay? I'm sorry to say that. I love the kid. It's going to be Wiseman and him as the future. But what do you do about Thompson, Wiggins, Poole, um, you know, Oubre? They're going to be doing a little something different on offense. And you may see what you may see on this squad, knowing that crazy Golden State offense is maybe a team that has 4 forwards playing at once. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a team that sees 4 forwards playing at once, that may be the best move for this team. I do think there is an opportunity for Golden State to move in another direction with a trade. Okay, I can see a trade happening for this team. They want to win now. These guys are only getting older. Look at Green's age at 31 years old. Look at the age of Mr. Steph Curry. Was he at Klay Thompson is 31? I believe Curry's about 33. Yeah, 33 years old. So they got some age there, and they need to win now. I mean, this is it. All right, Steph Curry's not going to keep going until 39. Even though his skill set is best for longevity, I think I am definitely going with your boys, the Golden State Warriors, to be something special if they're able to somehow commingle him into the lineup with maybe a 4-4 lineup. I'm talking about maybe a Steph Curry. You go, I'm gonna go Wiseman. He's a center though. Go Wiseman. You go Wiggins, and you go Thompson, and then you go. The next lineup will be Kuminga and Toscano. All those guys off of the bench. That could be exciting. So next up is Franz Wagner. Horrible pickup for me. This is a C pickup, even a D minus. Not because of France, because of the fit and because of where they picked him. I hate this pickup. I don't know what they were doing. However, I think it was just shit. We lost Kuminga. We lost Barnes. I thought that would have been 2 nice pickups for the Magic, and I was going to really move them up from a defensive perspective. I was like, this is a scary defensive team if they're going to get those 2. Scary. But now with Franz Wagner, young guy, shoot the 3. Hopefully he turns out to be Duncan Robinson. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of here. Way too early to pick him up. I'm not going to go to the roster. This was a D level pick. I'm even going lower. He's a D. Horrible fit. However, he can shoot the 3 ball. Maybe he surprises us. Okay, maybe there's more that they see out of him, but I just don't recognize him as an inside the lottery type of player. He could have been picked up, matter of fact, in the second round. That's my opinion. All right. I'm going to continue on with Sacramento Kings. They went with the best available. Davion Mitchell from Baylor. Sacramento Kings picked that up. He's going to play backup. Again, wish teams could get players and put them in the right situations, because this is how you ruin careers, right? If you get drafted, I mean, I'm not making fun of players, right? I don't want to use Kevin Porter Jr. as an example, but when they drafted Porter Jr., there were several other teams that could have utilized him, and his talent would have been shown a little bit earlier. It took so long for him to get to the Houston Rockets for them to open him up for him to be able to play. And this is what happens. Tracy McGrady is another name that comes to mind. I'm not putting Davion Mitchell in the same milk. They're already putting him in as a backup point guard. And there's a lot of talk about age. It's crazy. It's like 18 gives you 20 steps up, and 22 is too old. I mean, it's only 3 years away, bros. I mean, come on. Let's be serious here. He's still a lot of upside with Davion Mitchell. I love him. I thought he was the top guard in this draft. I think Sacramento did well for themselves in picking up Mitchell, and I think this is a great roster. But when we go into there, remember, this is the in-depth review. I'm kind of leery of what I'm seeing with the Sacramento roster. Where are you going to play this kid? Obviously, he looks like the backup, but let's look at the roster real quick. To talk about trading Marvin Bagley is stupid. You got Harrison Barnes there, okay? T. Davis had a tremendous season. The trade from Toronto, that's another player that slots in that role that, Davion could play. Darian Fox is going to be your starter. You got Kyle Guy that came over, 3-point shooter. Tyrese Halliburton. They keep talking about, hey, well, he's going to be the backup to Darian Fox. And what's Tyrese Halliburton, the starting guard? Mo Harkless. Buddy Hield's there at the guard position. What do you do there? I don't even know if he comes off the bench. They're so loaded at the guard position. I don't think there's any room. Jay Ramsey had a tremendous year. DeLon Wright. I mean, just these pickups is tough for me to really discern what I would have tried to trade down, right? I would have made a move and try to trade down and move up and, try to get Kuminga because, Harrison Barnes is getting a little bit older, despite the fact he's only 29. He's in his prime, by the way, guys. He's not, for everyone that thinks that Mr. Barnes is 34, he's not. He's only 29 years old. So he's younger than, I believe he's a little bit younger than Wiggins. So I think this is, excuse me, Thompson and all those guys. So Barnes definitely has an opportunity. They've green lighted him. They liked what they see, but I would have tried to got Kuminga. They did not. And now they're dealing with another guard on this team, and I'm not sure if he plays. All right, I'm not sure if he plays on this squad. I'm not sure what they really give him as far as minutes. I don't like these pickups. Okay, this is just trade bait for me. I give it a B because of fit. The player, A+. New Orleans had the pick. They traded to Memphis, and Memphis reached out and said, "You know what? We need to solidify our small forward position." Another team that can you imagine Kuminga on this team? I'm going in there, Scotty Barnes. That's what they needed. However, big score in Dylan Brooks from the guy that's been doing very, very well. He's been one of the mainstays, even though people are not talking about it. Probably one of the top players on the squad. All right, Darius Bane was drafted last year at the guard position. They went ahead and said, "F it, let's get Zaire Williams. We'll add on another small four to back up Mr. Anderson, Kyle, Slow Mo." All right. Look at the Brooks, Slow Mo. Again, definitely an opportunity. That's where their opportunity was. We got to see what's left of Justin Winslow. Valanciunas gets traded. Remember, they're going to get Steven Adams soon. Not bad pickup. Not a bad pickup. I think they could have done a little bit better. Remember, they got a lot of the power forward position. They're going to get a new center. I would have went, try to move up, get a guard forward. I would have tried to get a, higher level type of player than what they got here. But despite the fact that they're loaded at the guard forward position, I can't hate on them for going with your boy Zaire Williams, who I think has a tremendous upside as a 3-and-D player. Good pickup. I give it an A. All right. Charlotte Hornets went ahead and got more guards. They're so heavy here. I think there's a lot of movement that's going to happen because of LaMelo. They're talking about Rozier going, and there's a lot of guys that I believe Rozier. I thought there was a trade Rozier. I gotta validate that. Dante Graham, big year from Melo Ball. I would have kept it the way it is because I don't want Melo to be my primary. But I do think this was a pretty good pickup for Book Knight. He gets to play on a team that kind of plays offensively the way he wants to play. If you look at the way Mr. Graham plays and Mr. Rozier, who again I think is going to be moved. I believe it is moved. You add on Malik Monk, and I think they're crowded. Wanamaker, from a defensive perspective, what you're seeing here, folks, is an NBA that's really too loaded. All right, it's loaded in every position, and now you're just getting for the best available. There's too many players. There's too many good talents. A lot of people were talking about this guy's going to start here or there. The only guy that's probably going to start is Cade Cunningham. And Evan Mobley. The rest of the guys, it is rough, man. Look at the rosters. There's a lot of talent there for Charlotte. Book Knight comes in and adds on another piece. But for me, I would have went with more size. I'm not sure if their center position. Not sure if their big man roles. I would have went with more size, but I don't know who was available there. So Book Knight was the best available. They went with him. Let's see what happens with Charlotte. Maybe there's some movement there with Mr. Terry Rozier. Joshua Primo, not sure about this pick at all. I give it a D-. Primo, again, not doubting him, but they must have seen something. The Spurs always see something that no one else does. He's outside the lottery. They felt he was the best available. When you look at their roster, I would have went big, 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 big. Big all the time. I think they're loaded, too loaded at the guard position. Don't understand this pick. When we go look at their roster, you're going to see how loaded they are from the guard position. DeRozan, is he moving? It looks like he is, right? We talk about Mr. Johnson from Kentucky, K. Johnson there. We talk about your boy. I'm not even going with Tyus Jones and all that. And DeAndre Murray's their starter. Patty Mills, the old sailor, right? Davion Vassell was their pick last year, plus Walker, plus White. Vassell, Walker, plus White, right? I mean, you got all that already. Explain to me why you would go ahead and add on another piece of that same ilk to the squad. You know, it's painful for me. It's painful for me to understand that, and I really don't want to deal with it. You know, why go with this pick? People, these teams can ruin careers, right? But you know, it's their team. Joshua Primo goes there, not sure where he plays, not sure what he does. You know, not sure where he plays, not sure what he does. Is this trade bait? Is this trade bait that somebody else say, get this guy, package him with DeRozan, we'll take him. We just saw the trade for LA Lakers with Russell Westbrook on the Wizards. Maybe it's a package. Haven't seen it yet. Not sure what the Spurs are doing. What went with size. Indiana Pacers, best available. Chris Duarte, good shooter. Yeah, you know, a guy that's going to come in and play. He's going to fulfill his role on the bench. Again, Pacers are also loaded. If I go to their roster, let me just go there because I like to speak facts, and that's why it's going to take longer to do this full review of the first round. And for me, look at the guards here: Brogdon, Holiday's brother, Jeremy Lamb, old vet. Let's see how old Lamb is. Still 29 years old, has a little bit left. Karis LeVert, your star. You're gonna get in, you know, Mr. Martin there, 6'5", big guy, big guard there. McConnell's there. You also got Cassius Stanley, who should have waited a year. By the way, you know, he would have went higher up, but you know the NBA is 22 means your second round. Those bastards. Edwin Sumner, again, good pickup, but man, I guess I could say I don't know where they would go. It seems like small forward was a true small forward. May have been something they needed to back up Mr. McDermott. Jamal Sampson's their athlete. T. Warren will be back. Tough for me. Went with the best available in their minds and fulfilled the role with Chris Duarte, who's going to struggle to get minutes on his team. Moses Moody jumps over to the freaking Golden State Warriors, so they're going small ball. Just a lot of guard forwards on this team. Again, I would have went with more size. I thought this was the perfect opportunity for them to add Isaiah Jackson, you know, or trade down, go get Isaiah Todd. I just think they need more athleticism at the center and power forward positions. And those guys happen to be runners, all right? They happen to be guys that like to run down the floor, which would have fit in with the offense. Not sure of the Moody pick. Don't know what they're doing. Sorry. I think this is trade bait. Corey Gray-Wise. This is a C, all right? Horrible for Golden State. Wasting picks. But there may be another move that we can't see. This is just based upon what I can see. Washington Wizards get Corey Crisper, another three-point shooter. They moved a lot. We're going to talk about that trade in another video. The Kuzma for Russell Westbrook, the two headliners, and we'll go into the rest of the guys. But Crisper joins this team, and they are now rebuilding, trying to figure out their next situation, who's their next star. Beal's probably gone as well. Looks like it's going to be a fire sale for Washington. They'll be exciting to see. People are going to be surprised on what they get from this team. Rudy Hachimura is their man. Let's just go to their roster. Let's just get there. Their man is Rudy Hachimura. Again, I'm assuming Bradley Beal's gone. Okay. Danny VJ is going to come back from that leg injury. I got Beal getting traded. So we talked about Bertans from the 3-point land. They could have used a lot. I definitely would have used Westbrook or Beal as trade bait and moved up and got a higher pick. If there ever was a team that needed to move up and get somebody in the top 5, it was that team, especially with the move they just made. But they wanted some more ready-made talent, so they went with this position. Corey Crisper is going to fit in there and help out the three-point brigade with Mr. G. Matthews, another great three-point shooter. You add on Mr. Bertans, and those three can make one of the deadliest three-point trios in the NBA. Kind of scary to think what would happen if Russ would have had Crisper along with these guys next year. Now he goes to a team with nothing. Houston Rockets. Alperen Sengun, the center, is a valuable asset for the Rockets. All right, he goes over picked by Oklahoma City Thunder. Rockets, I think, are making smart moves. We go to their roster, and you're going to see everything that's smart for this squad. I love this pickup. I give it an A plus, right? Because it's just a perfect slot in. No size, not really any size to back up Christian Wood. Isaiah Jackson wouldn't have been bad here either. Kelly Olynyk is at the power forward position. You got Kevin Martin Jr. Hopefully he grows a couple inches, 6'6", but I wish he was 6'8" at your power forward position. That's what he looks like right now. I love this team. All right, I love this team. I love the player selection of this team. They definitely have guys that know what the hell they're doing. Um, I didn't like the Gordon pickup, but maybe Eric Gordon is gone. Like I meant the Jalen Green pickup, but maybe Eric Gordon's gone. But they're loaded here. You can see the guard position is freaking crazy. They got everything. They got everything you could want in there, and they got some great talent. Guys, don't sleep on Bradley and Brooks. Tremendous off seasons from these kids. Um, no, excuse me, not Avery Bradley. There's Brooks and there's another dude. I'm trying to find him real quick. No, they don't got him on the roster, but there's another guy that came on late last season that looked tremendously good for the squad. You add on your boy, not House Jr., but your boy Dante Exum, still 26. Tough for me. Tough for me to really slot in anything on this league because there's so much talent. But good pickup. Got some size. Christian Wood backup. Don't see too many centers on the squad. Olynyk plays it at times. Nice pickup for this team. Okay. Next up, as the NBA turns, we continue to the first round. New Orleans go ahead and picks up Trey Murphy. 3-point shooter, best fit. Be careful now with Alonzo Ball. More than likely headed out. Too much money out there for him. They're going to be a changed team. I don't want to be rude, but they're going to be a changed team. People don't realize the value. I would have tried to got Sharif Cooper at this pick. I give this pick a B. All right. I like the 3-point shooting of Trey Murphy, but just not sure of his fit. I think they got a lot of shooters, available shooters, and the re-signs they did. I think there's some trades coming soon. So that's why this move was made. 6'9" wing is the big point there, and you can utilize him to stretch the floor. He'll be a good role player for the New Orleans Pelicans. I'm not even going to the roster. All right, that should tell you enough. From Miami, Oklahoma City Thunder, I give this team an A plus. Again, they added on some good size in the beginning with Josh Giddey, who's going to be your point man. Then you add on another scorer, a level of a true scorer. Dort is more defensive minded. Now you got an all unobliterated, trying to be a Steph Curry clone. I like Man here. I like this pickup. I think this is best available. I give it an A plus. I don't know what they have it as an A minus for. I think this is what they need. They have enough size inside. Love this pickup for Oklahoma City. All right. Charlotte comes up next. Kai Jones from New York. They add on some size. This is an A plus for me. I would have went with somebody else here rather than Kai. Maybe a Greg Brown. I'm not sure where Greg Brown left off, but Kai Jones gets added. Got a lot of people for Charlotte. Look at their roster. Add some size. Add some defensive ability. Not bad. All right. I think this is an opportunity for them to get more scary on the defensive end. I do like the position. They had a couple big athletes there: Greg Brown, Kai, and Mr. Sims. Big athletes on Texas. Those three were special. I think they could have got drafted. And actually, if I was Charlotte, I would have traded down and tried to got some more. I'll give them an A for that. This is a good pickup for them to get some defense. Jalen Johnson, another stretch 3 goes over. Is he something more special than we thought? They're saying, they're talking about Mike Porter Jr., the way they hooked him up. I'm not sure his play is of that level. Solid 3-and-D stretch player. Fits in perfectly with the squad. Like it, like the size. Not much need there in Atlanta. Would have been nice to see them steal something up top, with a trade. They got a lot of talent there. But for me, I'm going to tell you what. Anyway, I'm not going to go there. I was going to tell you, I don't particularly like DeAndre, okay? I think he's great from a defensive perspective. But, what if this team could have made a trade DeAndre, for maybe a Scotty Barnes or I tell you who. Yeah, Jonathan Kuminga on this team would have been pretty special. This is the way I see the lineup, my guys, because this is one of my favorite teams in the NBA. I would have had a starting lineup or future starting lineup of Cam Reddish, Mr. Trae Young, and I would have went with Mr. Kuminga. I love Kuminga on the side. I know I'm riding his jock right now. Would have been a nice rope starter for this team, and that would have made your all-star trio. Re-sign John Collins on the cheap. The injury to Hunter, you don't know how he's going to come back. That would have been it for me. I just don't know this pickup. The other guys I may have looked at is some size. Isaiah Jackson, another leaping big, but they're so loaded here on this team, really all across the board. Would have been nice to see them add in a beautiful top 10 pick again to help out Trae, even though we saw some good work from Herter and Cam Reddish next year. But Jalen Johnson's nice here. Stretch guy fits in perfectly. Okay. Los Angeles Clippers, they get an A for that. Los Angeles Clippers go ahead and get Keon Johnson, big athlete. First time, I think, big young talent, defensive minded. They got Kawhi, they got Paul George. Let's see what he can bring to the table. Not sure they're truly there at the guard position. This would have been a great Sharif Cooper plug-in, especially with all the offensive talent they had on the Clippers. I would have went with Sharif Cooper here. They went with Keon Johnson. Not a bad pickup. I give it a B+. However, from a fit perspective, it's horrible. I don't like this for Keon. I'm scared what they do with him. These teams are really happy on sending kids to G League and stashing them away. Again, teams are just going for the best available talent, and that's what happened with this role. Isaiah Jackson, I mentioned this pick several times. I love him. Goes to the Indiana Pacers. They get some size. Very smart pickups. Watch out for the Pacers next year. They're picking up people in the right slot. Isaiah, congratulations. You actually got into the best position that you could be in to actually contribute and show minutes. So don't be surprised to see him up there in the first team, all rookie team, because of the minutes he'll get with the Pacers. It's an A+ for him and the Pacers because of fit. I love this pickup for the Pacers. Houston Rockets go ahead and get defensive minded again. They go with the highest remaining talent. I read the first line there. Garuba, they're from France, Garuba from Spain. And, in a world where defense counts, the Houston Rockets are clearly putting a forefront or emphasis on that. Tate, Garuba off the bench, nice. Martin, nice. I love this pickup. I'll give it an A+. I agree. I think they add some defense. He won't play too much, but when he does, lock down. Houston Rockets get another pickup here. They say, hey, let's go for it. Let's go for it. They got Sagun. They get their man, defensive minded power forward, and then they had a guard. This is a why not pick from Milwaukee. Josh Christopher's added some assurance for Jalen Green. Really like how they loaded up on talent. Sorry for some of the young guys on the Rockets. You're more than likely gone because there's too much talent that was added, okay, from Houston. Now we go into the New York Knickerbockers, all right? New York Knickerbockers, Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes gets picked up, another New York giddy guard. They always go with these guards here. I would have tried to find some size and play at the power forward position. I would have traded down. Not bad pickup. They were looking for a true point guard, right? You look at your boy, Mr. Derrick Rose is there, I understand. But, a true point guard. Not sure if Rose is a true point guard. He was really a scoring guard. He could get the ball around. It was good enough. But for me, I would try to get Sharif Cooper, one of those guys. But Quentin Grimes is here. Another fill-in. Another guy off the bench. He's going to sit there. If they don't make any trades, feel sorry for him. He's going to spend a lot of time in G League. But good pickup for them. I'll give it a B+. I agree. Nah'Shon Hyland. Denver Nuggets, adding on some size there. They're just going with the best available. I would have traded down. I would have tried to get some size for Denver. I would have definitely, looked at another point guard here. But people love Highland. She can shoot the three. I'm not too high on him. Campazzo had a tremendous year. Dozier can play that guard position. You got Marcus Howard, he's going to play in. He's more of a shooting guard, but not bad pickup. You expect Murray to come back. Monte Morris is there. I always wanted him to get a dog guard, a real true point guard. Um, Campazzo kind of fulfilled that, but to go on with another one here was a question mark. I would have went elsewhere. I give him a B for this pick, but Highland comes in from VCU. We should see what he can do. Another score to add on with Marcus Howard. Yep, I know. I'm in these streets, so I know the players. I know he didn't play, but that's what he is. He's a big scorer, and they add on to that. Cam Thomas to the Brooklyn Nets, not bad, not bad. Picking this late, Cam Thomas comes in. This is best available, guys. It's 26. It's after 15, after the lottery. These are just best available. Cam Thomas, nice steal here. I wanted them to get Kevin Porter Jr. last year. They get a big score to help out the bench. Saw a couple moves for Landry Shamet. Didn't like the Landry Shamet move. I thought he was special for the Nets. Not sure why they moved him, but I guess it was pay or something. Cam Thomas comes in. He's going to get some minutes there and contribute to this team. Jaden Springer gets added on. I give that pick an A+ as well. Yeah, Philadelphia 76ers, Jaden Springer, not bad. They get him at the point guard role, but don't understand why he was picked up here, all right? I would have really loved them to get something, a big risk-reward player, especially if potentially Ben Simmons is gone. Springer gets added a strong guard, a defensive guard. Just don't like him here. I'll give them a C- on the pick for Jaden Springer. He was a second rounder to me. Not sure what they're doing. Brooklyn, let's go ahead and add some size. And Darian Sharp, big boy, big strong boy. Let's see what happens here. He's a big robot, rebounding, right? Rebounding is a key for him. Not a super athlete, but big and strong. Gotta see what we get from Darian Sharp. He may be the surprise of the draft. I heard they're moving some things. I give it an A+, but let's get into detail on why I give it an A+. I think there are going to be some moves, all right? I don't think we're going to see, where is he at? He's already gone from the roster, huh? Yeah, he's already gone. No, there he goes. DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan's probably going to get moved. He's 33 years old. He's older. Got to get some size in there to help out. Smart move there. Green was playing center. They were missing size last year. This is probably the biggest available player you could get. I'm not mad at this pickup. They already have some young talent in Mr. Claxton, who's gained a lot of weight to fulfill the role they want him to play in the NBA. I thought it was a good pickup. You got Mr. Brown as well there, but more of a scoring guard. He's your defensive anchor. He's going to be your big muscle guy. I like what I see from De'Aaron Sharp. Great fit. This is an A+ pick because he fits in. He makes sense. They don't need a big leaper athlete. They just need a guy that rebounds, a gritty guy. That's what he is. Sharp comes in. He probably will play a lot of minutes for this team. All right? Going through Santi Aldama. Who? What? Okay. I mean, they find these guys. I mean, they find these guys. Memphis, F. What are you doing? F for Memphis on this pickup. Not sure what they're doing here. All right. This is a, hey, my father knows your father. He's the owner of a team. We'll get you drafted. No offense to Santi. I'm sure he's a good player. Not sure this pickup for Memphis. I'm done with that. All right. I'm going to stop here. We just went over the first round. A couple minutes more. I'm going to take a little water break. We're going to get into the second round. Your boy Step Back. Big draft. Up high. A lot of movement. Jalen Suggs. Scotty Barnes pickup really changed the mantra of the draft and how it would go. Toronto really killed it in the wrong way. And we're going to see what happens here with this draft. But first round's done. Step Back. Big winners for me is definitely takeaways is Golden State Warriors. The Nets got a lot of need. And I think Houston did pretty well with their pickups. I'm going to sign off here. Step Back Nation. I'm gone. Peace.